right, before we hear from some of tonight's All-Stars, let's flash back to last night and the most anticipated event of All-Star Saturday, the NBA.com Slam Dunk Contest. As expected, the Raptors' second-year sensation, Vince Carter, stole the show.
All right, here is Vince Carter with his first shot. Spectacular show.
What a sensational performance by the slam dunk champion Vince Carter of the Toronto Raptors. He was also the top vote getter in the All-Star balloting, and he's alongside Peter Vesey. Peter?
Vince, not a bad show last night. Did you get clearance from the tower to land for today's game?
Oh yeah, I'm ready to go. I got some rest and I'm just ready to get started. I'm going to enjoy this.
Are you able to enjoy it, or does the pressure of having to perform at such a great level, does that not allow you to enjoy it?
I'm definitely able to enjoy it. It's just that I have no pressure to perform because I have some other great players out here. I'm just going to have a good time. This is my first time, and I'm going to make it the best ever.
At 6'7", the top vote getter of the All-Star 2000. At forward from the Toronto Raptors, Vince Carter.
Winds up beneath triple digits.
Well, I know
East has been blank so far, trailing 4-0. Iverson with the lob for Carter. A taste of what he did last night in perhaps the most spectacular slam dunk contest performance the league has ever seen.
You talked about it, Bob. What the show that Vince Carter put on last night in the slam dunk.
Shaq inside double pump. Eddie Jones out of the pack with it, looking ahead for Carter. Watch out! Air Canada slams it down.
Well, let's take a look of Vince Carter one time again in the open floor. This is what the people pay to see. This is a little bit of what you saw last night.
Are you following all this?
I'm listening good, Bob.
Here's Iverson from Carter. Count it plus the foul.
I'm letting you do your thing because there's so much action going on here. These guys are having a great time. Allen Iverson drives to the basket. I thought it was goaltending, just a slam by Shaq, and then the behind-the-back wrap-around pass out of the double team. Vince Carter, he's half man, half amazing, and he is doing it up here today. Spectacular play on the baseline, the reverse dunk from Iverson, the little 360 on the fast break, and
Pops home a couple. It's 54-50 if you're keeping track, which is hard to do in this one. Iverson spins around a fallen kid. Behind the back to Carter.
was the catch. Watch the play. He reaches behind him, catches, goes around Garnett, and the beautiful finish. Like a ballet dancer right here. Vince Carter, we see the slams this time, the beautiful finger rolls fading away from the defense. Guy goes for it, he lays it in the basket.
Iverson, last couple of seconds, lays it off to Vince Carter, and that ought to be the last bucket.
Ain't no fair, man. I got so little hops and you got so much.
Thanks, Ahmad. I'm here with Vince Carter. Vince, is this the ultimate playground game? Are we going to see the same thing in the second half, or it's going to get a little more serious?
I think it's going to be a little more serious. I think the money's involved now. Everybody wants that 20 G, so stay tuned.
Is this everything you thought it would be up to now?
Definitely. This is a dream come true. I'm going to live it up.
All right, Vince, good luck in the second half. Bob, back over to you.
Vince Carter had 8 points in the first half, but he became a star on this All-Star weekend last night, Doug.
Well, you can't describe these dunks, what this man did. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand. Watch this one bounce between his leg, the windmill dunk. He was absolutely terrific. He had the charisma, the energy, and he just captured the crowd and was a very, very popular winner last night. By a landslide, I should say.
You look at his entire game. The slam dunk contest, with all the highlights, not just in the live airing, but all the highlights later on the various shows on broadcast TV and cable, have really put him into the consciousness now of casual fans, not just rabid basketball fans. But it isn't just his dunking, as stunning as that is. He's a good rebounder. He's a good defender. In his 2 years in the league, he's become a better ball handler, a better outside shooter. This guy's a coming star if he isn't a superstar already.
Well, and also, too, his team Toronto is probably going to make the playoffs this year, which is another thing. You see them hugging Magic Johnson. But, you know, the thing that amazes me about Vince Carter is when you see him in person, Bob, is the power and the strength that this man has as an athlete. You know, sometimes that gets lost on television, but yesterday in that slam dunk, he did it so easily. He didn't even break a sweat in the competition.
Carter with an acrobatic move. Missed by a mile, but the second try is clean.
Well, that's what you talked about with Vince Carter right there, that fading jump shot.
Carter fakes a three, takes a running one-hander, and cans it.
Vince Carter.
9.6. 9.6 on that 360. 9.6. It was almost a 10.
Love the way you play the game. Keep it up. I used to say I would never play to see nobody play, but I'll bring my kids to see you play. Thank you. Thank you.